What's up? It's your boy Big Lee. I'm here on Black Politicianz TV.
What's good with you, man? Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, ain't no thing, man. I appreciate you for having me for real, man. This right here is just something that's you don't see too often in this little city of Lumberton, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come through and support for real.
So let's talk about your childhood. Like, are you from Lumberton, North Carolina?
Oh yes, born and raised, baby. I'm a thoroughbred out here in the L. You know what I'm saying? But my childhood, man, is I had a good childhood, man. I got so many memories from the L. You know, I'm raised in a Christian household. So whether I was at my grandma's or at home, it was all centered around the faith of having, you know what I'm saying, putting all your trust in God. And that's basically, I don't want to get too far, but that's basically the reason why I am the way I am today, because of the Christian foundation that both families instilled in me, wherever I was, you know what I'm saying, just Jesus.
So how does that impact, like, your daily choices growing up as a child in Lumberton? Like, I know it was tough.
Yeah, man, it impacted me a lot, you know, because if it wasn't for being raised in Jesus and in the Christian household, man, there ain't no telling what I would be at, man. Just hearing the stories of how my dad used to be back in the day, you know what I'm saying, well known around the city, you know, but just seeing the lifestyle, he himself is a perfect example of, you know what I'm saying, what God can really do. If you take a man coming from the street life, and I never seen it coming up as a child, you know what I'm saying, so, but I heard stories, and hearing the stories, and like, man, that's my dad used to be like that. Like, for real, like, y'all was like trying to make it seem like he was straight savage out here, you know what I'm saying? But what I seen coming up, you know what I'm saying, the man of God he's a perfect example, like, you know what I'm saying, this is not me, this Jesus, and what following Jesus and putting every foot forward and following him could do, you know what I'm saying? And that, like, him is the reason why I know what Jesus could do to be true, you know what I'm saying, based off of hearing all the things from his background to how it made me who I am today, you know what I'm saying, just knowing that you don't have to follow the crowd, you know what I'm saying, and where I stayed at too, I lived in the country, you know, I mean, if I would have stayed in the type of environment that he was brought up in, you know what I'm saying, it probably would have had a different influence on me, you know, but I just thank God everything worked out the way it was supposed to, and knowing that the mindset you have to have, like, he didn't want his family coming up in the same environment he did, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, it's if you in the ghetto, you've raised up in the hood, and you know the environment that the hood has, it just has this hopelessness feel, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't want that for his kids, and like I said, so he moved to the little countryside. I was raised in the country, you know what I'm saying? So everything worked out the way it was supposed to, and I thank God for it.
And what values did he teach you as a father that you learned and passed down to your kids?
That you have to be a student of the word, and you have to be an example, you know what I'm saying? Because your kids look to you. You know, when I was a kid, you feel, or anybody being a kid, you feel like, oh man, your daddy, he's Superman. Ain't nobody could beat him. He could do anything, you know what I'm saying? So me being a father, I want my son to be able to see that, you know, just because he hear or see other parents doing such and such, you know, he'll be able to see me and see how it is to live a God-fearing Christian life, and to be the man of God, and to be an example of what a man really looks like, you know what I'm saying? So everything that I do is predicated of what I seen from my dad, you know what I'm saying? He was the example of a man, and he stood by. I'm not going to tell you anything that, you know, I'm not doing myself, you know what I'm saying, or haven't done before to try to prevent you from going down that road that I went on. So I try to instill the same principles in my kids, that look at me, you know, if you see this is how you supposed to be when it comes to being a man, you know what I'm saying? A man handles his responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? A man is just like David, you know, a man after God's own heart. That's all I be. You know, it's not about what you do. It's not about what you. It's not about what you're doing, but it's about who you doing it for, you know what I'm saying? And everything you do it for the glory of God, you know what I'm saying? Follow God, you know, and that's include him in everything. And that's the simplest way I could put it as far as just trying to be that man and an example for my kids, because I seen it from my dad.